Well, hello and welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guide, and welcome to episode 58 of the Jesus Enrique Rosas show. We are live through YouTube on the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel, on X, Kinesics, and on Rumble, on the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel as well. After this show, you will be able to download this or listen on Spotify as well, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. So no way to not listen to my show. Today we will have a different dynamic because, the Jimmy Carter funeral was announced like barely 1 hour ago. Well, we know it was going to happen. We know it was going to happen, but I just got the videos very like just a while ago. Let me see, where's my X Pro dashboard? I want to fire not fire anybody. Let me see the chat. The chat is not here. Why is not the chat here? Jesus, what kind of unprofessional? Yeah, it is my chat. That is my chat. All of you, my lovely body language buddies here, I have an issue. There's always an issue with this. There are always issues with nothing that we can all fix. Is that I haven't built, so to speak, the power to analyze the funeral properly with the videos. So I'm going to just feature your comments. Make sure that we have all the comments here. And what else? I have all those videos of the Jimmy Carter funeral. I got my coffee here. Yeah, I've got the video of Trump sitting next to Barack Hussein Obama and Obama laughing, but I haven't put that on my super duper software. But I can say I have one meme. It's not like a meme, but it's a nice way to start. It's a nice way to start because there's always, I'm always open to critique, constructive critique, of course. That sometimes you tell me, oh, Jesus, you should do this different. You should do this. Maybe you should add that in. If there's constructive criticism, well, I will 100% go with it as soon as possible. But sometimes you get this kind of remarks. You are going into politics and steering people, and you have no idea about politics. This is what it takes to make a living online. No, you must be informed. What you do is amateur stuff. Yeah, what I do is amateur stuff. I've said that. When I was doing the Royal Rogue, I still say that as the Royal Rogue. I'm the least knowledgeable. I don't know how to say that. The one with the least knowledge of British culture, the royal family, and still in the Royal Rogue I have 200,000 subscribers for some reason. And here has been for my remarks in body language But right now, talking about politics, it has been nice, but I've made it clear every single step of the way. I'm an amateur. I'm learning this as we go along, and it so happens that my lovely audience loves to see me discovering something that you already love. So it's a win-win situation. I'm talking about things, discovering things. I am not pretending that I am the most knowledgeable. Yes, Yes, I say that right. Yeah, but I try to connect the dots that I understand, and you help me. You in the live chat, you are always helping me. So yes, I am an amateur. I am discovering things. My shows are basically about me discovering the world, and well, my audience seems to love that with my insights of body language and human behavior, of course. So it is working. We are happy. So, well, these comments are welcome. These comments are always welcome because they highlight what is actually working on this wonderful project that we have. I'm just saying this. Jesus Nation, yeah, we're on this ride together. Let me see. Let me make sure that I begin to have all these videos right here, like the Trump. Just give me a minute. I will gladly begin describing what I'm doing right now. I'm copying the Eric Doherty. Eric is one of my favorite accounts on X. The guy, he always has the best clips, the best remarks. I owe a lot to him. There's the Donald Trump and Barack Obama clip is going in. Oh, and Kamala is not happy. Why is Kamala not happy? We're about to find out. We also have another video of Donald Trump. I'm describing what I'm doing right now in real time. Donald Trump shaking Mike Pence's hand. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting analysis. So much to... Maybe you have a chance to grab, to prepare coffee, to... I don't know. Maybe we will be ready in like 5 minutes tops. This is gonna be really quick. I think we have enough of these videos, and I will make sure that I have all the videos or the most interesting ones with a quick X search. And I've understood some of you say that, oh, my only app or social media is YouTube. I get all my information for YouTube, and especially the Jesus Enrique Rosas show. That is great. That is great to know. It is an honor for me. Let's say there's another remark from Benny Johnson. Benny Johnson is also always on the spot on this. But I'm building the topic as we go along. And where is Michelle Obama? Very good question. By Johnny Maga. Where is Michelle? Where is Michelle? Where is Michelle? But maybe she didn't want to be seen around Donald Trump. And check out Kamala Harris when she sees Trump and Obama chatting. This is from Ann Wogness. I'm going to copy all this. All this is helpful for our analysis, and we will have more than enough information. Content. Angela Doyne has just sent a super chat. Angela, thank you very much. I'm going to highlight your super chat right now. And highlight your super chat right now because, well, thank you. Thank you, Angela. You're the person I go to for the truth. Your observations are brilliant. Your work so hard are brave, huge. Thanks for all of us watching. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really try to do my best. I try to do my best with all these videos, all the topics, and especially the compilation of everything that I find interesting on X. I would say that anybody could do this, but I doubt that anybody could do this with as much love as I do. Because I love this. There's another, I don't know if the same clip from Obama. I'm going to add it anyway. And make a quick check. This is something that might happen sometimes. You know that I always have the privilege of being of my studio, even if my studio is a bit of a mess sometimes. Most of the time. I'm going to play the David Beckham meme. Jesus, be honest. Well, sometimes the studio is a bit, messy. Jesus, be honest. Well, yeah, It's a total mess all the time. This angle that you see, this exact angle is perfectly crafted so you see something great. But as everything, behind the scenes can be a bit messy, and that's okay, because one is in a constant state of transformation, and being in a constant state of transformation is great. I remember, by the way, I'm going to make a search here. I remember, I'm gonna do a search here, make sure that I have all the relevant clips. I'm gonna give you an anecdote. I remember, if you haven't subscribed to my email list and downloaded my 100 body language tips, you're missing this email. So I'm going to tell you about an email I wrote like 5 years ago, something like that. I remember from my visits to the wonderful country, United States of America, and perhaps the state that I visited the most, like more than 10 times, Florida. I remember something that I was an immediate observation. It was that every single time I went to Florida, I noticed that there was always this, what I call the Bob's barricades. Who I don't know if Bob's barricades are in all the United States, but I remember that I saw Bob's barricades everywhere. The cones, the barricades. It meant that there were men working on the roads everywhere, all the time. And I noticed that no matter what I did, there were always a detour, and I say, oh my God, GPS doesn't work, Google Maps doesn't work, because there's this detour in here, detour in there. Why can't you just fix the city and that's it? And then at some point I realized the city is never going to be fixed. The city is going to be always improving. There are always going to be the Bob's barricade, the cones, the barricades, the men at work, working in new highways, new lanes, in new overpasses, and new everything. And you always, every single time you visit the city, or any city in the United States for that matter, because it happens in any city, but I remember that in mostly in South Florida, and Miami, Orlando, in which we are in this constant state of transformation. We are constantly doing this, and that's why, my studio can be messy, and but just one part of it. And yeah, the Miami's roads can be messy, but they are constantly improving, and that is something that can be translated to us. There are part of us that can be messy. We will never be perfect. We will have flaws, but if we are continuously improving, then that's okay. I remember that I wrote that email a long time ago, and I added that to my blog, because it was a great lesson that I learned from great city, very thriving city, Miami-Dade. Who's from Miami? We're ready to begin. Heavy investment area in Florida. Yeah, Veronica, you're right. There's a lot of money in there. A lot of money. So we are about to begin. I think now I see Obama talking to Trump. Now I see a video of Obama talking to Trump. Talking a lot to Trump. I don't have this video, so I'm going to add it. Again, sometimes I was telling you that I had the privilege of being able to do the shows from my studio, but sometimes I have to do the shows from the road. And if I'm on the road, means that I'm working on the road. Yeah, man at work. I'm working while traveling, and probably I would not have time to build the show while traveling. But I can do this. I can, okay, there's this emergent topic. There's this emergent topic that, for example, there's videos from the Jimmy Carter funeral. There's and then one last picture, and I think we're done. It's gonna say Jimmy Carter funeral, just in case. Just in case. Thank you, Regina. Awesome, of my awesome tie. Yeah, this is one of my favorite ties. This is one of my favorite ties. Let me see. Biden taking a nap. Oh no, I need this one. Biden taking a nap at I'm going to add this as well. All of this, and I think that we are ready to begin. As long as we are working on ourselves, sometimes things gonna be messy. What has been messy for me lately has been my sleep, horrific nightmares. It's something that has been a bit unsettling. If let me see. And well, let's review a bit what is going to be tomorrow's topics. Let me my coffee. I don't want to spill my coffee, because then that will be extra messy. Okay, we're here. Today's topics that we are gonna cover for sure the appearance of whatever happened at Jimmy Carter's funeral, especially those interactions with Donald Trump and Barack Obama. All those this stuff about the fires and all the real responsibility, all the responsibility. For example, the Mayor Karen Bass. We're talking about her. Another DEI hire, as you can see. Gavin Newsom is gonna be. Maybe we'll have time to talk about Gavin Newsom. What else do we have here? Maybe we will have time to talk about this. Labor. This, you have asked me about the scandal of this two, and now it's has gone fully legal. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. There's a lot of videos, there's a lot of content, there's a lot of things that I don't know, and maybe if we have some time, we will talk about the usual suspect, and I will be at the end by the end. So we started here. A couple tips before we start. Nicole Shanahan, interesting timing, 4 years. You don't remember that we talked about Mark Zuckerberg the other day. 4 years after censoring a sitting president, Zuckerberg suddenly announces these reforms right after the same man he banned from his platform gets re-elected by the people. What about the thousands who were censored and humiliated for speaking truth to power? Where does that leave them? The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. That is great. That is a great quote. I didn't know about that, but that's true. I will never forget. And no, I will demand retribution from Facebook. And this was funny before we go straight into the Obama and Trump. ABC News reported David Moore wears a wooden peg on the back of his jacket while reporting on the wildfires. He was reporting on the wildfires. There he was. David Moore, he was reporting, and he had a wooden peg. What is this? Well, we know what this is. A wooden peg to make his jacket look more prensadito. Why would you care about that? You're reporting about that disaster, and you want to look like what? Like you have more chest, like you're chesty. You look. Okay, it's one thing to be aptly uh, mm, presentable for your job. That is one thing that I can understand. But a different thing is to, well, this kind of, let's say, malfunction. Clothespin, a clothespin. That is a clothespin. That is a slim fitting. Yeah, Amy, thank you for the word. That's the word that I was looking for. Look more slim. Yeah, because when you are reporting on a disaster that has affected hundreds of thousands of people, you absolutely need to look your best because it is about you. What? Well. But well, see, I need just my here. All right, to begin with today's main topic. All right. And so today was Jimmy Carter's funeral, and we were expecting of all these figures of politics just hanging out together and interacting, but we never expected stuff like this. And this was, to some extent, body language gold, because especially of this video that was making the rounds. I'm going to start right from the beginning, and we had this remark from Eric Doherty. Trump starts speaking into Barack Obama's ear. Obama starts cracking up. Kamala Harris turns around and looks at them in disgust. We're going to see this. I'm going to make sure that I zoom so you see better on your screens. I also want to see Melania's face. Melania's not amused. Melania seems like she is not amused. But when we play this, it should be easy to understand what Trump is saying. I don't know if there are lip readers in the House. I don't know if there are lip readers in the House. And you see that he is waiting for Barack's reaction, and he laughs and he keeps on talking. It was interesting exchange. Everybody was talking about this. Everybody was talking about this, and maybe the dips. That was the moment. Obama, in representation of the deep state and the puppet master, says, "Well, we have thrown everything what we got at this man, and still has the balls to joke, and whisper and joke to my ear. Yeah, but we have to acknowledge that." We have to acknowledge that. So, yeah, we move on. There's Bush and his wife, and then we got this. We got a better shot of the actors here, and Kamala was up front. And what happens here? She is breathing deeply. She is keeping her chin up. You see that Obama is talking to Trump right now, very quietly. They had a very interesting exchange. You're right, Veronica. You're spot on. This is something that Trump does. Trump is so brilliant the way he makes people to respond to him. He always tries to people to react in some way. You can do many things, but ignoring Trump, that is actually hard. And he makes sure that you cannot ignore him, even if you are Barack Hussein Obama. And oh my God, look at this. I told you this was going to be body language gold. Not gold, platinum, emeralds. I don't know how to put this. There it is, in real time. Barack says something to Trump. Trump leans in to, listen. And at that precise moment, Momala was turning around to look at them. And after that, what happens with Kamala? What is Kamala's face right now? Oh, she's got, you know that gesture when your jaw is tense, it's a bit open, and maybe you are biting your lips and try to not to show that too much. You can open, separate your teeth, but keep your mouth shut. Try right now. Keep your mouth shut, but separate your teeth a little. And this, you sense that there's some tension in your jaw, maybe some tension in your neck. You're doing it backwards because you can feel the tension and then project that in your face. I'm just telling you what to do with your face so you can mimic what Kamala is doing right now. And then she does this lip pull. She pulls her lips, the lip opposite, and she breathes deeply and presses her. Oh my God. She's trying not to bite or bark. Body language, platinum, gold, emerald, everything, diamonds. This is the Minecraft of body language. We have everything in here. And no, yeah, Kamala was absolutely pissed. Kamala, why are you pissed? If you're on the front row, you're on the first row. A row. I never remember when it comes to say that three-letter word. This row or row in this case. Well, maybe both, right? She's in a row or row, and there's a row or row between her and the puppet master. So maybe both of them will be correct. Oh my God! But you see that Melania was not. Melania was tense in her jaw as well. Melania was not amused with the interaction. But Trump knows what he's got to do. Doug has to. What was Doug thinking? He was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to get hit. When we arrive home, she's going to hit the Hennessy, and then she's going to hit me. This is what happens every time these situations. This is the correct order of events. Hit the Hennessy, hit Doug. Hit the Hennessy, hit Doug. This is not possible. No, Doug, I feel your pain. Bro. This is not possible. This is unacceptable. That is not joy at all. That is not joy in the least. See, and Obama keeps talking to Trump. Keeps talking to him. Let me see if I can fit in here all the actors in this play. And yeah, let's look at the book. Let's check the book. The book says Carter is dead. Let me read that. Let me read that like 1,000 times so I can get distracted. I can distract myself. And you can see that she's uncomfortable because she's bringing her head backwards. How do you know that when someone is bringing their head backwards? You see that no matter what you do, you see that I do that, and you see that there's this wrinkles in my neck, wrinkles that appear, and that's what appear in here on Kamala's neck. Okay, those diagonal wrinkles is because she's bringing her head backwards, which is a defensive gesture. She is very defensive with that. I think that Doug is pressing his lips, and yeah, Melania is not amused. And Barack and Trump are doing the stuff. They keep talking. I want to frame Melania as well so you can see her. And you can see that Trump is getting closer and closer to Obama. He was not that close a minute ago. He began to be close to listen to him, and then began talking to him, and then he went closer and closer. I think that's when, and this is when their heads almost bump. Yeah. Everybody's saying, what is happening? Yeah, Doug looks very scared. And now he's pressing his lips inwards. When you press your lips and you almost suck your lips inwards like this. Um, that's what. Yeah, he's uncomfortable. He's quite uncomfortable, and I think that is the moment when Donald says something to Barack, and then Barack laughs. I don't know if this is that moment. No, this was not it. We can see Hillary. We can see that they were the ones from all the people. You can say that every single we do this, and you see that everybody is nobody's talking. Nobody's speaking right here. Nobody's nobody. It's the only ones might be Bill and Hillary, but no, everyone else is just looking up front, and you see this too. What are they? What are they talking about? What are they talking about? We want to know. We are trying to know. Now, breaking 911, President-elect Trump shakes hands with former Vice Presidents Al Gore and Mike Pence. That was interesting to see. Let's see. Here is walking, and you see that Al Gore is looking directly at him. Al Gore's head is pointing at Trump. But with Mike Pence is giving him more like a side eye. Okay, it could be like Al Gore is the angle in which Al Gore is. Maybe it's way more in front of Trump. We can give Mike Pence a pass in here. I know that so many of you just don't like Mike Pence, if not despise Mike Pence. And you see that Al Gore nods, does a long nod, and Mike Pence does as well. Does at Melania? Was that at Melania? No, it was at Trump. He nods at Trump. Al Gore stands up, gives his hand on a neutral handshake, and I think that Trump was already speaking to Mike Pence. He knew that he had to, address Mike Pence in some way. Mike Pence does a defensive gesture that Al Gore doesn't do. Which one it is? My body language buddies? You spot that. You know that usually when you stand up, you button your jacket. But you know that you're going to be, in this case, you're going to be standing up it's going to be a very brief moment. So Al Gore just leaves his jacket open, but Pence fixes his jacket close and keeps his left hand over his belly. That is a defensive gesture. He is, okay, let me fix and keep my jacket closed. Maybe he doesn't like his jacket just dangling open. That could be. That could also be true. But he could have just fixed his button very quickly when standing up. He didn't, but he kept that hand over his belly. This is a defensive gesture. The handshake, very neutral. Both of them, they were not really looking. Let me see if they. At some point, they were looking at each other, but they began to. Pence was addressing Melania as well. It's not that he was turning away from Trump, but he was addressing Melania as well. Melania was had a genuine smile, and then Pence sits down. So nice interaction. The most relevant was that defensive gesture from Mike Pence. What? I'm seeing. I'm trying. I'm keeping an eye on your comments. Your comments are so good. Your comments are so good. Maybe you're watching this as a standalone video, but remember that on my show you will be able to watch this and react to all this live. What else do we have here? We have another video in which this is another angle. Again, you can see that they were speaking, but Kamala and Joe hadn't arrived yet. Okay, so this way we know that Obama and Trump were talking all the time, literally all the time. Kamala hadn't arrived yet. Yeah, Melania was really, really tense with the exchange. Melania was not amused with the exchange. You see, with which other. I want to see the video. I think this is just another angle. This one when Trump was talking to Barack and he smiles. And well, you know that Bill and Hillary were in their usual. Hillary looks okay, I guess. Where's the video itself? I want to see the video itself. When I think it was this one. When they were okay, yeah, this is yet another moment. This is just these two were talking, were speaking to each other all the time. They simply never stopped speaking in a very laid back way, and you know that it's a very laid back way. Both of their shoulders were relaxed. Their shoulders were relaxed. This is very interesting. And they are very slightly leaning to each other in the same angle. It's not that one was sitting straight and the other was leaning into him. No, they were. If you didn't know who these two are, you would say, okay, they look like good friends from some time ago, from a long time ago. So it was so odd to watch. And even Trump reacting to Obama's remarks. And you see that Melania never could just turn. I mean, she just was looking forward. Just looking forward. And this is the clip that I wanted to show you. This is the clip that everybody was talking about. That Trump said something to Barack and he smiled. He smiled broadly. We saw this clip, but I wanted to show you this better quality one. A genuine smile. Yeah, Bill and Hillary. We were talking about Bill and Hillary. Now it's all about Trump. I think this is the most remarkable moments. We got a couple other moments. Let me see of this. If we have another video, it's the same. All the cameras were in this too. Notice that some people hadn't arrived yet, but just was an interesting exchange between Trump and Donald J. Trump, and Barack Hussein Obama. Where was Michelle? Where is Michelle? Why Michelle wasn't there? It would have been interesting to see Michelle next to Barack, and hey, maybe she would have the same behavior as Melania. Who knows? There's no way to know. But we need a lip reader. I understand that they are AIs that can read lips. They are very imperfect at the moment, but maybe we could check that out. Again, I would love to know what you think about this exchange in the comments. So let's go to that live chat. Let's see the live chat. Trump is smiling while Obama is seething. I saw that Obama was really relaxed. Having a temper tantrum. Where is Biden? Oh, Biden! I forgot to show Biden. Biden was sleeping. Sleepy Joe. Where's Biden? I know that he was. I had added. Joe was sleeping, and that's it. It was not interesting. Where is it? I think. Where is Joe? No, I think this was Maybe they were praying at that moment. Maybe they were praying, but because also the Bushes had their eyes closed, so maybe they're praying. You know what they said for Donald Trump at the Republican National Convention, that the Democrats began showing this clip of Trump with his eyes closed and, oh, he fell asleep, blah, blah, blah. No, he was praying. No, I'm not going to do the same to Biden. You know that I try to go for common sense, and so maybe they were praying or something. Why not? We can give Biden a pass. We can give Biden a pass. He is already on the way out. How many days until Biden goes away? 11 days. God, this is so long. Oh, well, that's what she said. How long can January get? How long can January get? Yes, that is the answer. That is the answer to that question. How long can January get? This is something that is insane. Let's jump in this and today's topic. Let's address something else. We need to address the fires again. One interesting thing about the fires is that I had been covering that. I covered them yesterday on my show, and I noticed that YouTube immediately had issues with not only my live show but the video itself, and I realized that it was I got like a community note about climate change. And YouTube, I know how to play your game. I requested a human review, and human review that, okay, no, Jesus, the video was clear. And I knew why. It's something that you cannot say in YouTube. You cannot say that, oh, climate change is not real. And you will, if you mention, there are 3 things that you only mention, and immediately you will get flagged by YouTube. You cannot mention vaccines, you cannot mention climate change, and there's a 3rd thing. I have a list of you can talk about them, those topics, but you have to be very intelligent about that. I don't say that I've been smart, because it has been more like a trial and error. And yesterday, I did not argue, oh, climate change is real or not. No, I did not argue that on my video. I said that that was not the reason of the fires. The reason of the fires, and that was confirmed by officials, was this that started with a backyard fire, a bonfire, and there was no water in the fire hydrants. And there were winds, 60 miles per hour winds, and the brushes hadn't been cleaned after all those taxes. All of that was true. I was saying that, no, this is not about climate change. This is about this. So again, just the mention of climate change on YouTube just pops up. Yeah, we have to use code words. David Barkley, I love your work, brother. Thank you, David. Thank you. I appreciate that. The fires were predictable and preventable. You're right. I didn't even know Biden was there until I came to the comments. Well, we're going to talk more about the fires right now, by the way. There was a backyard fire. There was also arsonists. There were also arsonists caught on camera. We have to address. We need to address more angles of this tragedy of the California fires, because now we have 5 fires, 4 of which have been contained 0%, are not contained, and they are still spreading. You have to be careful of what you see online, because there are also AI videos of people that are doing things for clicks. You have to be careful about that. Okay, so make sure that you check before sharing any videos. Especially there's a video out there. I was about to share it, but it so happens that it was like fire behind the Hollywood sign, and no, it seems that it was fake. the video was fake. So that's why I'm not sharing it. We have to be careful. Donald J. Trump called this called out Gavin Newsom a while ago, and he did again. Governor Gavin Newsom refused to sign the water restoration declaration put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water from excess rain and snow melt from the north to flow daily into many parts of California, including the areas that are currently burning in a virtually apocalyptic way. He wanted to protect an essentially worthless fish called a smelt by giving it less water. It didn't work, but didn't care about the people of California. Now the ultimate price is being paid. And what the ultimate price we're talking about? We're talking about the ultimate price. I will demand that this incompetent governor allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. He is to blame for this. On top of it all, no water for fire hydrants, not firefighting planes. A true disaster, and we will address that as well with the mayor. But first, let's talk about Newsom. But he, with what has happened, he might be sued. He might be sued because this is so bad. There's so many people that are really pissed, and powerful people that lost homes of decades, homes that have been there for decades. Cooper, what is the situation with the water? Palisades ran out last night. Newsom throws hands up. Local folks are gonna figure that out. You know something that I always find funny about Newsom is that he always reminds me of that character from American Psycho, the Christian Bale character. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. It's like he was born to play that. He was born to play that part. But well, we got Newsom instead. But let's hear it from himself. Let's hear the words from the guy himself. So make sure that you're not looking at an AI or something. Adjusting.
What is the situation with the water? Obviously, in Palisades ran out last night in the hydrants. I was talking to the firefighter on this block. They left because there was no water in the hydrant here.
The local folks are trying to figure that out.
Local folks will have to figure that out. I have nothing to do with this. I am the governor of the state. And maybe the governor of the state, I could give him a 1-hour primer into what systems or how systems work and systemic issues work. And this is not a local problem. This is a systemic problem of all the state in which you are responsible. And you say, in a very psycho way, local folks have to figure that out. They will have to figure that out. I don't have anything. What are you doing here? It's incredible. It's so bizarre to look at them. Anderson Cooper asking him this question. There are all the ashes and the smoke and the fire at the back. This is so bizarre. And he answered this way. It's so impressive, the level of psychopathy that Newsom can, well, it's not the level of psychopathy. It's psychopathy is not much of a level. It's like the top level. It's an actual psychopath.
They left because there was no water in the hydrant here.
The local folks are trying to figure that out. Just when you have a system that's not dissimilar to what we've seen in other extraordinarily large-scale fires.
And he's always had this shit-eating grin. He's talking about look at this. Look at this. He's talking about the fire. He's literally in front of the fires. And he has this shit-eating grin, like, oh, okay, this is no different. This is no big deal. We deal with this kind of things all the time, only that we don't deal with this kind of things all the time. So this is why are you making this such a big thing when it's not? Yes, standing in the fires smiling. That is correct. Standing in the fires smiling. This is the right way to summarize. He is literally standing in the fire. He He's been asked a question that he is responsible about. His administration is responsible of this, and he is whatever. It doesn't have to do with me. Local people will need to address this. Local people, local folks will have to address
fires,
this.
Whether it be pipe, electricity, or whether it just be the complete overwhelm of the system. I mean, those hydrants.
And why does he sound like Emperor Palpatine? Well, Emperor Palpatine is Soros, right? I mess up with my memes. Why does? Maybe he's actually channeling the Christian Bale, but not the Christian Bale of American Psycho, but Batman Begins, and that's why he's talking about. He's speaking like this. He's speaking like that. I mean, those heights are typical for two.
They're typical for 2 or 3 fires, maybe 1 fire. You have something at this scale, but again, that's going to be determined by the local.
Yeah, it's the local. We're about to talk about the local. Oh, this was filmed in a studio. Thank you for. That's what I thought, Mads, that this could have filmed in a studio. But if this is a green screen, it's a very good green screen, because they even corrected the. If this is a green screen, which, well, I have my doubts about this. It's a very good green screen. It's an extremely green. And why, if this is a green screen, if this is a studio, why is Anderson Cooper all decked out in this? This is no. I have my doubts, but that is the least of our observations about this. Donald Trump just ended Gavin Newsom's political career for good. What did Donald Trump said himself? Let me see. Do we have captions in here? You know that there's one thread, by the way, from before Trump was banned on Twitter, when he detailed what had to be done in California about the fires, what had to be done in California about the water, and he also said that on the Joe Rogan interview. You know, the Joe Rogan interview was barely days before the elections on November 5. And he made sure to address the issues in California. And of course, he had to address those issues, but being California so huge state. Let's see what he said about Newsom.
Do you believe that federal aid should be provided to California for as long as it takes?
Well, it's very sad, because I've been trying to get Gavin Newsom to allow water to come. You'd have tremendous water up there. They send it out to the Pacific because they're trying to protect a tiny little fish, which is in other areas, by the way, called a smelt. And for the sake of a smelt, they have no water.
To be fair, this is the first time I ever hear of something called a smelt, a fish called a smelt. I have no idea what a smelt is.
No water in the fire hydrants today in Los Angeles. It was a terrible thing. And we're going to get that done. It's going to finally be done. I got it done from the federal side, and he didn't want to sign it, but it's not going to happen again like that. There's no reason. Can you imagine? You have farmers that don't have any water in California. They have plenty of water. They don't have a drought. They send it out to the Pacific, and it's crazy. So what's happening in California is a true tragedy. I know those areas very well. I have many friends living in those houses. That is a true tragedy.
There's an actual tragedy. As many people, I was telling you, that lost their homes. We're going to talk about that in a minute when we talk about the mayor. But there's also this, as Bill Essayli says, for everyone saying this is not a time for blame, this is exactly the moment for the people who have been responsible for the mismanagement of California's fire policies be held accountable. Our governor has been obsessed with holding a special session to Trump-proof California when he should be focused on fire-proofing our communities. Here are a few hard facts about the Democrat-run state's failures to address fire prevention. This is from Bill Essayli. Just going to read a couple of those. In the 1950s, the average timber harvest in California was about 6 billion board feet per year. Today, that number has dropped to 1.5 billion board feet per year. What does it mean? That you use the trees for timber. If you don't use the trees for timber, then you will have to way too many trees. It's important. Oh, wait, you need the trees for oxygen. You need the trees for, well, have you seen, Los Angeles air? Have you been in Los Angeles like in the past 30 years? Has that worked? No. Well, this is a sensible approach. You need to, maybe you would say that, okay, the electric cars have helped clear up the air a bit. That's true. But then you have a problem that if you have too many trees and those you have a very dry season and you have a drought and you have very strong winds, then you have a real hazard in your hands. California Environmental Quality Act and other regulatory policies limit the ability of local government and fire management services to clear dead trees and vegetation. And dead trees and vegetation are, of course, dry. And when they catch fire, well, and it can be a real tragedy. Other legislation, including SB 1003, would have provided exemptions for utility undergrounding projects and power lines. People are without power. People are without power because of this. California has prioritized suppression-only strategies and failed to remove accumulated vegetation, leading to denser forests with increased fuel loads. Our forests have become tinderboxes, leading to devastating outcomes when a fire starts. Bottom line, many of the wildfires California experienced could have been prevented or significantly mitigated with better management policies and funding. This is the time for accountability and, more importantly, change in how we approach fire policy. In this case, well, Donald Trump is right. Gavin Newsom should be fired. Nice. Sorry, that joke. Well, it fits. It still fits. Don't look at me that way. Many of the rejected proposals were brought by Republicans, and I suspect they were rejected for that reason. There's only one political party to blame for California's failures. Again, as usual, I see you are lighting up in the comments, and I would like to know, what is your opinion on this? Fire today. Yeah, fire today. Here's the live chat. Fire today, Adriana. Or maybe yesterday. He should have been fired yesterday. I'm going to make sure to our next. I'm going to segue this into the next topic, which has to do with the mayor right now. The DEI mayor, which is well, pretty much decorative. It's like a decoration. I was going to tell a joke about that, but he might as well not. I'm going to create the subtitles. Samantha from California. These fires are government, 100% government. Money has been funneled to lead conservationists for 40 years. Water has been restricted. And now DEI fire hires. So we need to fire the DEI hires. Yeah. Oh. You see. Oh, it's a tiny fish. This is the fish Gavin Newsom burned California down in order to save. Oh, this is okay. Let me going to show you the tiny fish. I'm sure that there should be other ways. You know that tiny fish are easier to keep. Thank you, CW, for this one. This is a tiny fish. This is the fish Gavin and Newsom burned California down in order to save. Thank you. Smelt, right? This is the smelt lives matter. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, how can you be so bad? Smelt lives matter. Well, now you have to smelt the fire and the ashes, and no. This is not for jokes. This is not for jokes. It's like a sardine. It's like a sardine. I almost tipped my cup of coffee. So, let's continue. We need to address this. Let's just make sure that we take a look at your chat. Check my notifications just in case. And we're about to we're about to continue and connect this to what? Connect this to the topic of the mayor. So we continue with the DEI shenanigans, and not only shenanigans, but also, well, the consequences. The consequences of DEI and the consequences of putting the wrong people in these jobs, in jobs that involve, well, not only millions and billions of dollars. California and Los Angeles is something as a state, as a city, is something that is so much going on there. And now here, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass freezes up while getting absolutely skewered by a reporter for her horrible policies. This is exactly how these people should be treated. Reporter: do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? And we need to take a look at this because, well, it's we.
Do you owe citizens an apology?
Let me raise the volume a bit.
For being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you? Did the cat got your tongue?
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position?
That is a DEI glitch. That is a DEI glitch. Cat. Good one. All garbage bad. Cat turd got her tongue. Cat turd got her tongue. Good one. Very, very good joke. She just froze in there. She has nothing to say. DEI glitch. The DEI glitch. It's like she became the poster child. We can say that. Is that the right expression? The poster child for DEI glitch. Well, I can at least thank her. Well, I don't know. I'm assuming her pronouns. Sorry if I'm misgendering her. I'm assuming that, or I'm thanking her that she didn't begin a word salad, right? Because that would be much worse. It's better to stay quiet. Stay quiet, ma'am. Stay quiet. Shut up. Because even when Gavin Newsom speaks, everybody realizes that the guy is a psychopath. It's better if you remain quiet. Good strategy. You can say at least she had the intelligence to shut the F up.
Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
It's not possible. You remain. Okay, you have the right to remain silent, but you should not remain silent in these situations. People lost their houses, and very powerful people lost their houses. And we're about to address that in a second. We're about to address that in a second. No? She's going away. What the F? This is embarrassing. Claudette, thank you for your super chat. This is so embarrassing. They're so embarrassing in so many levels. And which airport was she? Where was she going? She was going out
Madam
of
Mayor,
the
let me
country?
ask you just again, have you anything to say to the citizens today as you return?
No. They're gonna come.
Ma'am, hold on 1 second.
Madam Mayor, just a few words for the
Open the door, please. Open the door. Let me out. These journalists are harassing me. These journalists are
citizens
harassing
today as you
me.
return to deal with the catastrophe.
Can you take this down?
She went running. Restricted area. This is
David, as you say, she wasn't very keen to answer any of your questions.
it's not that she wasn't very keen. It's that she went full DEI silence. Was she silenced? Was she silent or was she silenced? We don't know. Let's do the opera. The Oprah meme. This is the sort of the Oprah meme.
There, and fire chiefs are also admitting that they just don't have enough personnel to take out the fires.
Yeah, they're fighting all sorts of challenges. They're talking about a water shortage. There are reports of fire hydrant failures. They've been unable to use firefighting aircraft for much of the day due to the smoke that is due.
Yeah, but they don't have water. They don't have water. And why do they don't have water? You might ask. Well, we have another clip here. Michelle Maxwell shared this. This is who the real Karen Bass is. Are we actually surprised? Let me play this.
November 7, 1983. Remember this date, but first, let me introduce you to Karen Bass. Back in the 1970s, community activist Karen Bass went on
That sounds like communist activists.
at least 15 trips to Cuba, many with a group known as the Venceremos Brigade, a Marxist group started by the Castro regime to subvert American interests, weaken democracies, and spread
Trudeau's
communism
dad.
around the world. Founded in 1969, the Venceremos Brigade organized trips to Cuba every year.
Now that's all that I needed to do. See, she's a commie. She's a commie, like Camila. Like, oh my God, this is a bunch of communists. It's just a bunch of communists. And the people who keep voting these people into office, the people that keep voting these people into office. And if you wanted to have DEI nightmares, I already told you that I have had not DEI nightmares yet, but I will eventually have DEI nightmares. This is a leadership team at the Los Angeles Fire Department. You draw your own conclusions. Physiognomy is real. The ancient art of you looking at somebody and you saying, no, this ain't it. This ain't it. This. No. This is not, oh, Jesus, you're sexist, you're racist, you're misogynist. What else? Xenophobic, what else? Tell me, I've been called so many things. And I will still be called so many things. This ain't it. This is not it. Why? As Matt Walsh said, Los Angeles deliberately set out to exclude white men from becoming firefighters, and now they don't have enough firefighters to prevent their city from burning to the ground. DEI is a cancer that destroys everything it touches. I would say that socialism, communism, all these commies are the ones who created DEI. DEI is just the bastardized child of communists. Is only the bastardized child, the bastard child of communists. It's that simple. And not only that, there are people who are, let's say, arsonists that also created fires to further push chaos. And if you have the few firefighters busy with the actual fires, with the, let's say, the legitimate fires, then how can you fight this thing? Maybe the police can intervene. Oh, no, you cannot. The police cannot intervene in California. That would be racist. Oh, I'm assuming the race of the arsonist. What if the arsonists are white? Is that white? Is that white arsonism? I don't know. I'm so confused. I remember in 1991, I really wanted to live in California. I'm not so sure yet. More than 30 years later, I'm not sure yet. We also have this. Los Angeles is engulfed in flames. And North Carolina victims are kicked out of hotels in the snow. But don't worry, FEMA is hyper-focused on letting you know about how hard they're fighting misinformation, and meet the gay man helping FEMA fight misinformation during natural disasters. The only way to make this worse is to put Prince Harry out there for some reason. Just add Harry. No, Meghan is not going to do it. Meghan is too busy trying to deal with the backlash of her show. Oh, but at the same time, we have this. We need to address another topic that I see. Oh, those millionaires, those celebrities have that well deserved. I have a problem with that. I have an issue with that, with those remarks. We have these reports, thanks to Christine Fröber, of the celebrities that have been affected. Mark Hamill evacuates house that he bought in 1977. I can imagine with the money that he got from Star Wars. Brentwood Middle School reportedly on fire. Jennifer Garner's new house is 4 blocks away in historic Brentwood Park. Diane Keaton and Harrison Ford's places are over the hill. The Palisades no longer exist. These people lost their homes. And for all of let's say, haters out there, even if you don't agree with that, maybe you hate celebrities, you hate millionaires, you hate them. It's something that we need to agree on. This is my take. Regardless of what you could feel about celebrities, if they have the money to rebuild their houses from scratch, or they don't share your political opinions, the loss of a house is a loss of memories. And we're speaking in behalf of anybody who lost their homes in these fires. A loss they're losing a part of their lives. The most important thing is that everybody is safe, but I don't wish anybody to lose their home. And it's like we saw James Woods, and so many of you love James Woods. I 100% back everything that James Woods says about the government and the communists online. And he was crying. Because he loved his house. It's something that is memories that you will never get back. And imagine all the things that you have inside your home. And Christine also had a very good take that I want to end this section with this, because this is it. Terror and fear during an emergency disaster evacuation is unlike anything most have experienced. It's so much more than a house. The acts of trying to find and organize relatives, friends, help elder neighbors, retrieve from nursing homes, hospitals, and school with self-service down. Imagine that. Imagine doing all that without cell phone service. Gather meds, records, photos, important documents, cage pets, pray to find petrol, and then drive into gridlock with most of the people in your life unaccounted for is pure hell. PTSD follows. Been through it many times. So yeah, I certainly cannot imagine that. Regardless of who you are, I don't wish that upon anybody. And we know who are responsible for this. The question is, do you think that the people in California are having their actual wake-up call? Do you think the people in California are having their actual wake-up call with this? That they're going to vote accordingly the next time They're going to realize that there was not a sudden switch in the weather. Let's use those code words. A sudden flip of the weather conditions, but actual malice through inaction, because they had billions to spend in these programs. They had billions to spend. Who do you think they're going to blame? Who do you think they're going to blame? So many of you in the live chat saying that people are not going to wake up, are not going to understand, are not going to realize. No, this was the responsibility. How could this such huge fires be the responsibility of two people, of Mayor Bass and Gavin Newsom, and all the people who was involved in this as well? Oh, this must be something. This must be something of a because of nature. This must be because America elected Trump. And there are gonna be people who says that. People that are crazy, that have a terminal TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. But I really wish for the sake of California, that they realize who are the actual, those responsible for this. And again, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. So let's go to the live chat. Yeah, the drone footage of the Palisades. I'm going to look for it right now. Going to look for that footage so you can. It's heartbreaking. It's nothing short of heartbreaking. It literally does not exist anymore. This was like a nuke. This was like a literal atom bomb. I have never seen something like this in like forever. And I need to warn you that this is really hard to watch. This is a hard watch. Here it goes. This is the drone video, shows thousands of homes turned to ash by the fires in Los Angeles. This is heartbreaking to watch. No end is in sight as the Palisades and Eaton fires are still at 0% containment. 0% containment. And almost 300,000 people remain under evacuation. 300,000 people. 300,000 people. Look at that. Total and complete destruction. How this is just brutal. And these fires, this winds, the wind that stoked these fires are not new. They have been there since forever. The native population of California, they knew that like hundreds of years ago that this happened every season. Everybody knows this happens, and that's precisely why the insurance companies cancel, withdraw, terminated all those fire insurance policies. All those policies were terminated. They knew what was coming, and they knew we're gonna be broke. We're gonna be broke if we are caught with this. If we have to pay for this, of what is about to happen. They knew what was about to happen. The insurance companies. It's just something that I don't know how to express my concern about this. I don't know how to express my concern about this. This does every year. Those shots are crazy. And some of them, I had some footage as well. I don't know why I didn't show it. I didn't get to show it. Is that Andrew Huberman from the Huberman Lab, he spotted people actually trying to start fires. Arsonists in the on the street. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's so many things going crazy, and of course the police can't do anything. Yeah, actor James Woods lost his home, and he was crying on TV about that. I 100%, like everybody. You say, for example, it's first name that came to mind, Mark Hamill. I mean, as his legacy, we could say that. Well, we have to thank him for not only for Luke Skywalker and the voice of the Joker. I have to say that best voice of the Joker like ever. This is Mark Hamill is the GOAT for that. The Joker is one of my favorite villains ever, and Mark Hamill is the OG Joker voice. I might not agree with his political stance. The guy might be terminally, and a bit more Trump derangement syndrome, but I wouldn't watch. I feel bad for him for losing his home, and imagine all the memories, imagine all that he had in there. Oh, he deserved that for being a libtard and stuff. I don't know. I have my reservations because I think that there are other approaches to convince people to leave the dark side. I think that people in the stage of Trump derangement syndrome that Mark Hamill he's not going to get it from his house burning. So his house burning was in vain. He's gonna keep being the the dazed and confused guy that he is right now, the bitter old man that he is against Trump. So it was for nothing. I don't think that is the right way. Then yeah, many people are not going to change their ways regarding voting Democrat in California. Oh, we need to double down. We need to double down on this. Maybe Kamala can be governor. Can you imagine the fires under Kamala? Can you imagine the fires under Kamala? That would be a tragedy. James talking about his 94-year-old next door neighbor was heart-wrenching. Oh my God, I cannot imagine that. No one deserves this. I agree with Tigmots. There are other ways to fix things. This is a tragedy. This is a tragedy that is beyond everything. Mark will play the martyr. He always does. Yeah, Super Trooper cannot say cannot find any flaws in your logic. And Biden bragging that Hunter's house was okay. No, I had no. Seriously. No, I what? Hunter Biden's rental home. It's sounding what's happening, says Biden. I want it's good news when my son lives out here. They got a notification yesterday their home was probably burned around. Today it appears that maybe it's still standing, but not sure. Who cares? Who cares, you sleepy old man? No, it was burned. It was burned. There's already confirmation that it was burned. Again, not the way. This is not it. I really hope that the people of California, I'm Gertrude. Where's Gertrude? Wait a second. Oh yeah, Gertrude lost everything in the fire. Unfortunately, I know all about this. I left my home at 12, and by 1:26, everything was gone, and my animals were unalive. It's terrible. I'm so sorry, Gertrude. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for that. Wow, that's it's so many ways that this is could have been prevented, but well, let's see what else do we have here. I saw a statement from victim of Eaton fire that he never received official notification. It was a neighbor knocking on his door, warning to evacuate. Can you imagine how many elderly at risk? That is actually way more heartbreaking. The elderly, how did they manage to run away, to escape that tragedy? Now let's moving on. Let's try to be a bit. Let's try to talk about. Let's try to make our topics today. Okay. Let's try to make our topics today. We already done with the urgent, because this is urgent. We need to address this. This is really urgent. Yeah, thank you, Jean Cartier. You put the right words in the light chat, the light note. Let's go for the lighter note. We need a lighter note. We need something. We need a lighter note right now. So, you know that you have been asking me for this topic for quite some time. The Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni scandal. What is going on? What is this? Is he a sociopath? Is she the 2025 Amber Heard? We don't know. I just barely know some of the details of this case. I've been receiving a lot of content. Most probably I will be reviewing all the interviews and all the footage, but right now we're going to do some kind of primer on what is this about. There has been recently a lawsuit, a mutual lawsuit that you're about to find out. Maybe I should read the put you up to speed for those of you who are not aware. Based on the search results, only remember that Blake Lively is the wife of Ryan Reynolds. Okay, that is important. I've always loved Ryan's work, not only with his marketing agency, but his movies as well. And I have to thank him for literally bringing Deadpool to the big screen. But right now we are going to talk about Blake Lively, who has always pretty much not been such a big as a star as Ryan, but now is entangled in this big legal stuff. Based on the search results and available information, I've compiled a comprehensive timeline of the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni scandal up to January 2025. First, on May 2023, production begins and halts of the movie It Ends With Us, based on a very successful book. Maybe some of you watched this movie or read the book. And the filming starts in Hoboken, New Jersey. Production is quickly halted due to the Hollywood Writers and Actors Guild strikes. And you remember, at Everything is Connected, we have these systemic issues in the world, and the Writers and Actors Guild strikes in 2023 were due mainly to artificial intelligence, the fear of what artificial intelligence was going to do to the media. Our robots begin to replace screenwriters, writers of sitcoms, of shows, of movies, of effects, everything. So actors and actresses. So that's what happened back then. In November 2023, pre-production concerns. Before shooting resumes, Lively expresses concerns about Baldoni's behavior. She refuses to do additional sex scenes pushed by Baldoni, considering them gratuitous. Lively approaches Wayfarer Studios with a letter demanding safeguards for the production. Again, there are already stuff that was popping up in the last 24 hours that Baldoni was bringing in the receipts that, Blake Lively was a bit too bossy. She was trying to boss around many things. The receipts include, for example, that she wanted to control every single detail of her wardrobe during the movie, which I didn't find it too odd, because why not? Maybe she wants to pick what she is going to wear, okay? But at the same time, she made sure that Ryan Reynolds, her husband, rewrote a part of the script of the movie. I forgot to say that Baldoni is not only the protagonist of the movie, he's the actor, the protagonist of the movie, but he's also the director of the movie. She demanded to have her own editor. She demanded to the cut that her own editor was the one who finally made the final cut. Even if Baldoni's cut was better received by the test audiences, it seems that there are receipts of all this happening, and there are also another things that private meetings between Lively and Baldoni, they have different recollections of them. So what really happened here? What really happened here? It seems that what I have understood from this is that Blake Lively wants to make it seem like there was some kind of sexual harassment in the workplace, and Baldoni wants to set the record straight. He wants to, he has just sued the New York Times. I'm gonna be looking at that immediately. This looks so parecido, alike the Johnny Depp Amber Heard, but I don't want to say this because I don't want to just jump into conclusions that, oh, Blake Lively is the bad one in here, and Baldoni is the good one. That doesn't work like that. We need to look for the receipts. We need to look for the videos. We need to understand what's going on first, and then, well, we can reach a better conclusion. And this is going to be throughout many other videos. Margie is right about this. Baldoni purchased the rights to make the book into a movie. It was his project. It was Baldoni's project. So this is really important, how involved, how invested was Baldoni in the project itself. So I don't think that he would have liked to sabotage it himself. But at the same time, there's no shortage of directors throughout cinema history who have been, well, a pain to work with. Namely, the most famous that I always remember is Stanley Kubrick. You know that many of you know how it was, my recollections, of course, how it was to work for Stanley Kubrick. But I think this is a different kind of trouble. January 2024, all hands meeting. An all-cast meeting is held on January 4 to address issues that nearly derailed production, and Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, Baldoni, and their lawyers discussed Lively's personal requirements for working in the film. So these requirements was about the wardrobe, the editing, and all the stuff. August 2024, film release, initial controversy. It Ends With Us is released and becomes a box office hit, grossing $351 million worldwide. I don't know, the budget shouldn't have been that big, so it was a huge hit. The book was very popular, so it's easier to bank on a movie like that. Claudette, you remind me of Guns N' Roses. You reminded me of Guns N' Roses. What we have here is failure to communicate. Baldoni publicly praises Lively, calling her strong, funny, and intelligent. As the promotional tour begins, rumors of a feud between Lively and Baldoni circulate on social media because they never appear. I tried to find any interview of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni in the same interview, and I couldn't find it. If you can find it, if you know of one, send it to me, because I couldn't. In the brief research I did, it should be very easy, right? But it ends with us, press conference or interview. You always see that the protagonists of a movie are interviewed together. That is usual. That is normal. But no, I couldn't find it. Fans noticed that Lively doesn't follow Baldoni on Instagram. You know, those petty things, but it seems that is a big deal in social media. And the actors appear to avoid each other during promotions. Speculation arises about on-set tensions, including allegations of fat shaming and inappropriate comments. Lively faces backlash for seemingly promoting her hair care line alongside the serious film. Well, I don't see anything out of the ordinary yet for Hollywood. In August 15, 2024, marketing backlash. Lively is criticized for a tone-deaf approach to the movie's promotion. Tone-deaf approach to the movie's promotion. This I saw some of the noise online about this. People were not wait a second. People didn't like the way that she approached that part of the movie's promotion. And in December 20, 2024, Lively files a complaint. It was like 2 weeks ago. Lively files a complaint with California's Civil Rights Department against Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios. She alleged sexual harassment, retaliation, and emotional distress. And to make things even worse, on December 21st, Lively releases a statement hoping her legal action will expose retaliatory tactics against those who report misconduct. In January 1st, 2025, again, all this is super fresh. Legal actions escalate. Lively officially sues Baldoni in New York federal court. And I got a super chat from Lizzie. Lizzie is around. Hello, Lizzie. This movie would have been a great opportunity to bring awareness to violence, right? To domestic violence. But Blake focused on telling the viewers to just wear pretty dresses with flowers. Cannot disagree. Baldoni and 9 other plaintiffs, including publicists, filed a $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times for libel and false light invasion of privacy. In January 2, the New York Times and Baldoni's lawyers respond to the allegations. In January 5, details emerge about Lively's lawsuit, including allegations of Baldoni sharing inappropriate videos and entering her dressing room uninvited. I'm going to tell you one thing. I think there's a rule. Remind me, what is the name of that rule? That you should not be. It's better not to be alone with a lady and without a third person and a meeting in private behind closed doors, because it's inappropriate. I think I think somebody had some kind of a rule like that you don't ride elevators with a lady. I think it was a pastor who said something like that. But having a private meeting with Blake Lively and behind closed doors, maybe it was not the best approach. Maybe you have to say, hey, maybe Ryan can be with you, maybe our attorneys can be here, but face to face, behind closed doors, not the best idea. Because at the end of the day, whatever happens is going to be each one's words against the other. Okay, so the one, whether it's the man or the woman, the one who sells himself or herself better to the public is going to come out much better. So I am not blaming Billy Graham, the Billy Graham rule. Thank you, Blue Skies. You nail it. The Billy Graham rule, in which you shouldn't ride an elevator with a single one. Well, but right now, you know that you can always have a recording. You can put your phone in recording. So many things that you can do, but it's not a good idea. Maybe you can have an office with the glass windows, and you can have a conversation. And what is in that conversation? And you can have your attorneys with your meetings. That's something that is common sense. It's something that's common sense. Oh, I'm going to just say that she's a professional. She could be a professional. Everybody could be a professional here, but it's better to, common sense. Evidence should sort it out. Yeah, there was also the Mike Pence rule, Handsome Devil 13. Mike Pence said that he would never have a dinner alone with a woman that is not his wife. Mike Pence, for all that Mike Pence, all that you might think about Mike Pence, I think that is a sound rule. Sound rule. January 5, 2025, further developments. Details emerge about Lively's lawsuit, including allegations of Baldoni sharing inappropriate videos. Okay, we also say this. And January 7, just 2 days ago, Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, confirms plans to pursue legal action against Lively. Lively's attorneys released a statement condemning more attacks from Baldoni's legal team. Oh my God. So this is ongoing. One of the videos, the only video that we are gonna cover today, was shared by Nancy Sidley. Big shout out to Nancy Sidley and her coverage of the Rogers and non-Rogers. By the way, someone is definitely lying out of his or her bomb. I think it's Blake Lively. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I'm going to add the captions to this video, just in case, so we can watch that with captions. It's much better. And whatever happens, I have to make it clear that I really haven't reviewed. This case is new to me. I haven't reviewed any of these videos. I'm trying to add them to my to this file, to this folder. So this will be like an ongoing project. You will be discovering this project with me. This is contrary to what I did back in the past, that I spent like 2 weeks researching about that project. No, you will be part of this research. And this was one of the first videos. This is one of the videos that fans of Justin Baldoni says, oh, he looks like the good guy. It looks like he is the good guy. I don't want to jump to conclusions, because I haven't not only known online, but met in real life people, men and women, that can be very good at pretending that they are the good guys, that they couldn't kill a fly. So I think that we should take a look at this and begin a non-formal body language analysis.
I'm a man, and this is a story that is told.
See, this better like this.
I'm a man, and this is a story that is told through the lens of a woman. And especially when it relates to intimacy scenes and to scenes where there is a mix of intimacy and violence, I wanted to make sure that those scenes had a female gaze. As much as I can try to see the world as a woman, I never will be able to. And then when it came to bringing on a stunt coordinator, it was important to me that it was a woman. We brought on Lauren Shaw, and we all worked together to figure out, well, how can the intimacy of this and the violence kind of work together? How can we make sure everyone feels safe? How can we rehearse and go through the process? Blake was very involved in that and had amazing ideas and was very hands-on with the choreography of it as well. Honestly, there were many instances on set where I just let the women figure it out, and I took a step back and kind of jumped in more as an actor in those scenes than even as a director.
Yeah, my understanding, having seen the movie, I know what is the subject matter of the movie, is that you will have a scene. So you will necessarily have scenes in which can be very physical, and you want to make it believable, right? It's like, as he says, they need a stunt coordinator, they need a choreography. Not every time you can use stunts for that kind of domestic violence and stuff. And you want to make it as real as possible, and of course it can be demanding. That could be the part in which you, as a director, he might be afraid to say that, okay, this is a story that should be seen through the, as he said, through the female gaze. And he's a man. He made the project his. I don't see any issue per se in which one can be an artist and you can tell stories. If you have the director, if you have the vision to represent the story on the screen, it doesn't matter if you're a man, okay? Because the role of director, you can be a man or a woman. It really doesn't matter. There, in fact, we can say that there are way more successful male directors than women. But still, I've seen extraordinary movies filmed by women, like Zero Dark 30. Was Zero Dark 30? I think I'm remembering. Okay. So I think that is part of that conflict. Okay, why is a man so involved in the technical and the realization of this? That could be the part that could be a bit suspicious. Why are you so invested in this? Why are you so invested in telling this story? Which I personally don't think that there's any problem with that. But you know how is things these days. Oh, how can a man tell the story of a woman who is going through this? Is going through this. Although I think he's closer to a woman that we may want to know. We don't know, but this is like that. This is like that. This is the first step on this, and maybe Blake Lively wanted to give her. She's got a role of producer as well. This is one of the things that adds some kind of complexity to the topic, especially to the part of that I don't understand why it's such a big deal that she wanted to pick her own dresses or what he wore in the movie. Again, I am not a fashion specialist. As a producer, she might have a say on some aspects of those aspects, but you should have at the same time these specialists and delegate that in the specialists, because it's not a fashion statement. Okay, usually dresses, you use dresses to make some kind of symbolic statement throughout the movie, and that is very delicate. You need somebody to do their job. So again, this is my very first take of this topic. Most probably I will be doing following ups to this and the coming days. And again, if you can help me with videos, interviews, and insights about what is going on, it will be really helpful to know what really happened with production, with It Ends With Us. And of course, your comments are always invaluable, so make sure that you leave them on the live chat or in the comments. Some of you say that Blake is the new Amber Heard. Some of you say that Baldoni is really controlling. Two things can be true at the same time. Two things can be true at the same time. Because why not? Reading your comments. Interesting what Margie says. The clothing isn't the issue. She wanted to rewrite the whole script to be funny like Deadpool. She was mad that he wouldn't give her full control, so she bullied him. Jesús, ¿has visto la cuenta de Avid Gardner? So Harry no sabe volar. Voy a revisar. I'm gonna check Zeus's. Thank you. Jesús, the text and in one of the links that I sent you on X. I'm going to check that, all that, Jenny. I'm going to check all that. Yeah, Emily Baker is good for breaking down the legal aspects. I want to see the human interaction aspect. I mean, what are the pieces? What are we not seeing in here? And of course, it is obvious when watching Justin's video here, the way that he addresses the topic. He's extremely careful with his words. He's extremely careful with his body language. He's extremely articulate. Blake Lively, I think that as an actress, I wouldn't advance any remarks until I see more videos of this. Am I going to cover the Harry's legal case? And I should be watching Megyn Kelly's interview with Justin Baldoni's attorney. I had that. I try not to overwhelm much at a time. We needed to introduce the topic right now. So many of you have no idea of who these people are. So, and I wanted to just, begin introducing this, because that is part of you're basically watching me work here. This is what I do in my videos. I start with okay, what happened? What is the basic timeline of this? What is what do people say about each other? Can two things be true at the same time? It's only one side of the story. Do I have biases because I'm a fan of Ryan Reynolds? Yes, I have to take into account those biases. Do I know who Justin Baldoni is? Absolutely not. I have never heard about him before this. What do I think about the way he presents himself and his body language? Totally neutral, not good or bad. Totally neutral. I don't have any remarks about this. This could be anything for me. This could be anything. He could be the victim. He could be a very deceptive villain at this point. Again, I'm just taking a first look at this. I'm trying to let my intuition guide my first steps, which is the way that I always advise you to be. Don't jump to conclusions. Your intuition is good. Your fast system of thinking is good for fast moments, but try always to, go step by step. Don't go too fast, because going too fast can backfire sometimes. Going too fast can backfire sometimes. And something that we needed to mention, something that I want to wait a second, I wanted to change here. I'll switch my account. Switch my account. I had something prepared for Catherine's birthday, but I lost it. I want to wish Catherine, Princess of Wales, happy birthday today. I'm going to make sure to address here on the picture by here. I didn't want to not mention Catherine's birthday, and this picture was really good. Happy birthday to Catherine, Princess of Wales. The Princess of Wales is shining in a previously unseen photograph released to celebrate her 43rd birthday. And I like this picture. It's really clean. It's a soft, it's a very bright background, very background. We assume it is recent. Assume that it's recent. She looks just amazing. The white shirt looks good on her. I don't know how to say this is like a scarf. She's like a scarf with a pattern and like a dark blazer. Very good contrast. I love when photographers play with contrast. You see that there's this huge contrast between her dark blazer and the background, and also a huge contrast between the blazer and the Susan Reich, and she's really 43. She is 43 for real. Prince William wishes Catherine a happy 43rd birthday and posts a deeply personal message alongside an unseen picture of his wife following her year with cancer. And we are also happy, all happy that she's on her way to be completely healed. She's well on her way to be completely healed. Let me see something here. I was missing. And something that I want to play here. This is what I was missing. I don't know how did I. Sometimes I take screenshots and I have the content ready. For some reason, it sometimes there things happen at the last minute. Things happen at the last minute. Oh my God, we are near the end of the show right now. Almost at the end of the show. How did this was so fast? How did today's show went so fast? It was incredible. Time flied. 2 hours went like that. 2 hours went like that. We have not only this, but we also have the Abbey bells are ringing out to celebrate the birthday of Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales. Our bell ringers are ringing 543 changes of Stedman caters, followed by a chorus of London Surprise Royal. And let's listen to this. It's wonderful. So beautiful, so beautiful. It's like more than 3 minutes long. This clip you can check in Westminster Abbey's official account on X. Yeah, this was for her birthday. It was for her birthday, and so nice, so nice to see. Yeah, so nice to hear church bells, AB. So nice to hear church bells. Yeah, the bells are for Catherine. So. Oh my God! It's let me see. Let me make sure that I didn't miss any super chats. Let me see. Yeah, all your super chats. I read all your super chats, and thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for all your super chats and for coming today. And in about maybe 30-40 minutes, for all of you who are members of my channel, we will have a members only after show when I will be just editing today's live stream for the individual topics of today, and also having a lighthearted chat before we finish today's day. Have a good time. Have a good time. My body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guide. Until we meet on another video or another live, remember the most important words. Much love and bliss. Take care. Be safe. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.